Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. Today we have some events coming up in the month of January right here in Oklahoma. I am Harley.
And I'm Brett.
Hey.
Well, if you're like me and you have kids, although mine are probably still too small to do this, there's the Snowflake Winter Festival in Tahlequah. That's good until January the 13th. It's cold. Kids like doing things outside when it's cold outside. Look no further, though. The Snowflake Winter Festival has ice skating in downtown Tahlequah. Now, we've done some time extensively in Tahlequah.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably been a near drowning, a near death in the river. I don't think we'll be spending any time in the cold waters of the Tahlequah River, but the Snowflake Ice Rink is frozen water. It's a professionally sized ice rink, and it offers everything you need to experience the joys of gliding and sliding on the ice. I don't like skating. I like to watch ice skating. There's something satisfying about watching people skate, even roller skating. If this is in your wheelhouse, it's perfect. But something to note about Tahlequah, they were recently ranked in the top 100 small towns of the United States.
Dude, Tahlequah is pretty awesome, and if you're an outdoor enthusiast, it's one of the main places to go in the state of Oklahoma.
Right. When you hear someone say we're floating the river, you know exactly where. It's not the Red River. It's not the North Canadian River. Well, it is now, but
it's the Illinois.
It's the Illinois River, hands down.
Yeah.
Well, if you're interested in the Snowflake Festival or Tahlequah, we'll have links in the show notes.
Mm-hmm. The Oklahoma City Broadway is presenting Oklahoma, the musical, with a twist. It is January 25th through January 30th in Oklahoma City at the Civic Center Music Hall. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this one.
Why?
Because they said that it is a new, reimagined version of Oklahoma where they didn't change the words, but it has a darker, more psychological approach to the musical.
Can I say it sounds a little Woklahoma?
It
Maybe?
could be.
I don't know.
I don't know what it. I don't know.
But if I say that, it by my own admission, it kind of gives it a negative connotation. I don't know what kind of a psychological twist an upbeat musical like Oklahoma.
Yeah, I don't understand how you get darker with Oklahoma.
I don't.
So again, if you're looking for a different view of the musical Oklahoma, I definitely think that you should give it a try. As far as the Civic Center Music Hall goes, it's gorgeous. It's been completely renovated recently. They've done a great job with the renovations.
Oh, yeah.
You know, again, if you're looking for something a little bit different, look no further.
Well, kind of to piggyback on that, they do Broadway right. So I don't think I'd be willing to give it a chance just to kind of. I don't think they're going to let just anything happen to
something that is iconic.
Staple?
Right. Yes, I agree. So if you're interested in that, check out the website okcbroadway.com.
Well, if you're a nature enthusiast, which I know you are, you're a hiker. I fancy climbing on a rock or two. Although I watched a few videos over the weekend of climbing rocks that ended poorly. So I'm trying not to get discouraged about the first day hike at Foss State Park. And that's in Foss, Oklahoma. It's a free guided hike. Get ready for approximately a 2-mile hike. I wonder what kind of terrain, though, we're talking about.
It's not bad, but this is happening everywhere. This is in conjunction with the America's State Parks First Day Hike Initiative.
Gotcha.
So if you can't make it to Foss, this event is happening at every state park.
Right.
And probably a few places that aren't state parks. So if you are interested in doing the first day hike, but you're too far away from Foss.
Right.
Quick Google search, and I think you could find one in your area that is basically your physical level.
Right.
Is that the right?
Yeah, right now, my idea of hiking is going out into the porch with a kid for more than 5 minutes. And I'm going to write a book about it, so stay tuned.
Overall, is a really great idea, though. Mm-hmm. It kind of, you start the year off right.
Right, connecting with nature.
Connecting with nature, you're being active, you're getting out there. And Foss is gorgeous.
Yes.
You know, it's weird. You know, Foss was originally supposed to be called Graham, but the name was already taken, so they called it Mayharg.
Mayharg.
Which is all the letters from the word Graham.
It's an anagram, yeah.
Yeah, and it actually changed its name to Foss after a flood in 1902. But Mayharg I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, if you're looking for...
If you want more information on the first day hikes in the state, though, check out travelok.com.
So, I like boats. And here around these parts, there's a lot of RV shows and boat expos and watercraft festival. I call it a watercraft festival, but the Oklahoma Boat Expo is coming up. Well, the Oklahoma Boat Expo is coming up at the Cox Center January 7th through the 9th. Now, you can see over a dozen boat dealers, products, services you won't see anywhere else with special. They always give, you see those advertisements, the state fair pricing or the RV show pricing.
Right.
They're doing a lot of that because I think a lot of people are, I think there's been this huge movement, at least people I'm encountering lately, are getting boats and getting RVs and hitting the road and hitting the water more now than they have been.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is probably the being cooped up in our houses for a couple of years. But I kind of feel like Oklahoma as a whole has been pushing that direction for quite a while longer.
Yeah, I know some people that are sold everything and currently selling everything to live in a freaking RV or a travel trailer at an RV park. Nothing wrong with that. And if you're looking for a deal, this is probably...
Yeah, if you're looking for a deal, if you want more information on the event, it's okboatexpo.com.
Well, coming up after the break, we're going to talk Scottsfest. It may be about two hip chicks. Stick around. So I read an article recently, and they were talking about if you were lucky enough on December the 15th, you received... It didn't take your lumps. You took your lump sum of your child credit.
Mm-hmm.
You could option to get the $300 per kid or get the lump sum December the 15th. I'm not going to tell you what I did, but I don't know if I don't even know if it was the right move. Honest, I don't know if I should or should I not even taken the money. Could I have elected not to take the money? I don't know. I have too many kids under 18. That's a lot of money to leave on the table.
If you have a lot of kids and you don't know what to do about the tax consequences of that, I feel like the best decision to make would be to reach out to our friends over at Holiday Tax Group.
Absolutely. Since 2010, they've been doing their best to help you do your best. And with a military personnel and teachers discount of up to 20% off, it's hard to beat.
It is hard to beat. And you can get a free consultation. Give them a call, 405-730-3100.
Or catch them on the web at holidaytaxgroup.com.
All right, so we have a food option that is a little outside of the norm.
Well, and if you're eating like I am, it's really probably way outside of the norm.
I don't think that you could eat here.
Really?
No, not at all. Scottfest Burns Night at the Stony Creek Hotel in Broken Arrow on January 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
Brett, if you need an excuse to put on a kilt, I don't think you're going to find a better event. This is a formal event, so if you're wearing your kilt, you've still got to wear like the tuxedo top.
I heard a rumor. You got to be careful when you go to stuff like this where there's some traditional kilt wearing going on, because there are women that'll walk around and flip your kilt up to make sure you're not wearing something underneath. You're not allowed to wear gyms. It's bare essentials under there.
I don't know.
What if it's cold? That's all I can say.
Well, kilts are not required, but basically this event is to celebrate the life and writing of the Scottish poet Robert Rabbie Burns. The evening features performances by the Tulsa Metro Pipe Band, Tullamore, Highland Dance by Lady Mon School of Scottish Dance. That is too much. There's a Scottish dance crew out of Yukon that is going to be there to perform.
When you say Scottish dance crew, though, it makes me think it's not traditional. They're going to be doing some popping and looking laddie.
I don't think it's traditional. I think it's all traditional.
Right.
And then they'll have readings from Burns' writings. This one's a little pricey.
Yeah, a little pricey.
Admission's anywhere from $70 to $110.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what you get, I don't know what the bonuses are for the VIP stuff, but I mean, obviously we're going to have links in the show notes. So if you're in for a pint, this might be just for you.
And you can check out the website Scottish Club of Tulsa for more details.
Well, Two Hip Chicks are back at it again with their road show coming to the Oklahoma State Fair Park at the end of the month. Now, it's your second chance for the event. They do it. I think they do it. They did it last month in Tulsa. So it's kind of a one-of-a-kind situation. Tons of vendors, places for guys to sit probably while they wait for their hip chicks to do damage.
I think they probably have lots of benches for men to
There's
sit
got to be. There's got to be.
and hold purses.
And price-wise, not bad for a trip to the city. $6. I mean, kids are free.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would take. This is one of those situations where, I've been to like a Fair of the Heart and in these craft fairs and kids around. I'm not taking my little Rugrats. So I know the break it you buy it policy. I'm not in for that.
Yeah, I don't think when they say kids are free, they're not talking about your kids. They're talking about
normal children.
They're talking about kids that are either, like cinched in with one of the, what do they call those things?
A leash.
No, the
harness?
Yeah, the harness where they're strapped to
or the baby Bjorn?
Yeah, the baby Bjorn, where they can't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're either thinking about those kids or they're thinking about the kids that, do their homework and clean their bedrooms
right.
and that sort of stuff.
And I haven't met hardly any of those either.
Yeah, there's like 7 of those kids in the state.
In the state entirely. Well, links in the show notes if you're interested in doing that. It sounds like a ton of fun if you're, you want to hang out with a couple hip chicks and their wares.
Now, next up on the list.
This is a personal favorite of yours.
This is a personal favorite of mine. I've been to multiple concerts from the band My So-Called Band.
Uh-huh.
They're going to be in concert at the Vanguard in Tulsa on January 22nd. Now, My So-Called Band is a 90s tribute group. Does not do them justice.
Yeah, you've told me. I don't know how long they've been together, but I feel like you've been speaking their praises and trying to convince me to go for about a decade now.
I think that's probably somewhere in range with
and
when I originally saw them.
There are a ton of cover bands at bars.
Yeah, but they're not a cover band. I wouldn't call them a cover band. They're not doing original music.
Yeah.
They're doing your favorite songs from the 90s and the early 2000s, and they do a superb job of, it's not mimicry, they just do a really good job of producing music from that genre, and they bounce around. Dude, I'm talking like country music, hip-hop, pop,
all of it,
like power ballads.
Yeah.
And the different band members will kind of take on the frontman position depending on what they're doing at the moment.
Okay, gotcha.
So they do a really good job, and just shocked at how fun their shows are.
Yeah.
They're playing at the Vanguard. Yeah. It's located in the Brady district in downtown Tulsa.
Which is a great place to go to. I mean, there's music somewhere at any given point.
Right, and they're directly between the Brady Theater and Kane's Ballroom.
Right.
So if you've been in the area, you've been to Kane's Ballroom or something like that, you know where this place is.
Right.
The thing that I like about the Vanguard, it's a little bit smaller of a venue. So you don't have the, I was there, but, the band was like a half a mile away kind of situation.
Yeah, you're not.
It's more
elbow to elbow, crammed in.
It's intimate.
Intimate setting. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. The band does have a COVID request that's going on right now. They do want to see a vaccine card or a negative COVID-19 test that is within 72 hours of the event. So that is something to keep in mind if you're wanting to go see My So-Called Band in concert at the Vanguard.
Sounds like a lot of fun. And eventually I'm going to go. I'm eventually going to take you up on seeing them and seeing them live. So, sticking with the Tulsa theme, we always seem to kind of do that. But there's a lot of cool stuff going on. I mean, we can't help it. If you're big into the sprint cars and the midget sprints that, it hadn't been that long ago, we talked about an event happening in Tulsa at the raceway up there. Well, it's the Chili Bowl. It's been going on for 35 years. It's running from the 10th through the 15th at the Expo Square. 35 years. 300 drivers from around the world coming out to qualify at night, which is, to me, honestly, if you're I'm not as big a car racing fan as I used to be when I was a kid, because I used to love to go to the sprint car races at the fairgrounds. The absolute best time to go to a race is at night. You've got the dirt flying everywhere. There's just a vibe. There's a different vibe seeing this type of event.
Then going to like a NASCAR race in the middle of the day. Yeah, they also at the event, this is a 5-day event.
Yeah.
They also have a daily free trade show. So you can go to the trade show without paying anything at all.
Right, and get your Lucas Oil merch, your favorite drivers' gear, and stuff like that.
Absolutely. As far as the races go, it's $60 a night or $135 for a multi-day pass.
That's not bad.
No, I think that's a great deal.
Yeah, and if you're a race fan, you're probably gonna up it to, you want to be there as much as you can. It's not like it happens very often. It happens once every year for 35 years, but 135 is not bad. It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
If you want more information on that event, it's chilibowl.com.
Okay, well, we come to the part of the show where it's kind of a wild card event in which it's an event that you and I would be most likely to attend together.
Yes, this is the event in the month of January that if you wanted to run into both hosts of the Only in OK show at the same time...
This would be the only way that the multiverse of Only in OK show would collide in one amalgamous explosion.
I wouldn't say that. I would say it has the highest percentage chance.
Better than 75%.
I don't know about that either, because then I would have to...
But here's the thing. Again, we're in Tulsa, but nobody else is doing this right now. I mean, if the Civic Center was doing it, we'd be doing it at the Civic Center, but what is it?
The Tulsa Symphony presents Star Wars in concert on January 29th at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center.
Sold.
Dude, it is a complete showing of Star Wars: A New Hope on a giant, high-definition screen with the score played by the Tulsa Symphony.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It might get better than that, but I don't know when, because it's not, if it does, it ain't happening on January 29th. I mean, the music is iconic.
Yeah, it's John Williams,
yes,
Oscar award-winning score.
Right.
You can't beat that, and the price on this is ridiculous.
And if you don't know who John Williams is, mayhaps you listen to the Indiana Jones soundtrack, the Jaws soundtrack.
Basically everything from
cool.
the 80s and 90s that you thought was cool soundtrack in a movie
is John Williams.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But again, back to the price. Smoking hot deal.
No, for this, it's cheap. That's cheapo depot right there.
Right. It's between $35 and $65, depending on where you're sitting. Dude, you can sit, like, in the pit with the orchestra
for under $100.
Yeah.
Get me there.
Yeah, I'll probably end up sitting.
I almost said beam me up, Scotty. Why would I do that?
Because you want to get beat up at
a Star Wars concert.
Yes.
I want to get stabbed by a violinist's bow. I don't know.
Or a Comic-Con. You're going to get it.
But does the Star Wars universe have technology that could beam me there?
I do not believe so.
I could use the Force and force teleport.
I don't think force teleportation is a thing there, bro.
You don't know the Force.
Well, if you would like to write hate mail to Brett Manzer at the Only in OK Show, that email address is onlyinokshow@gmail.com.
Right.
We would love to hear all of your hate mail about Brett.
Yes, we would.
I'll read it all.
Read every single bit of it.
Every syllable on the air.
Well, from a galaxy far, far away to the Only in OK, I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley, and we're out of here.
Peace.
That's it. That's the beginning. That's the intro. We can run with it. Just start talking.
I've been really good, Santa Claus. I know it. It's for next year, but can I get it early? Santa Claus? Santa Clarly? Santa Claus?
Klaus. Okay.
Krampus?
So I don't know what we're going to get rid of, but we're going to get rid of something.
But it's more of the better choices of the 9 that he would have originally posted before.
I don't need to. I know everything that is going on. Festivals, fairs, music events, children's events, performing arts events.
It's the Only in OK Show Top 6 event calendar. You've heard of the top 5. Hell, you've heard of the top 10 or the top 20. It's the Only in OK Show's Top 6. We're giving you the even Steven lowdown on what's cool and happening in Oklahoma. It's the OnlyinOKShow Top 6. At first there were 9. Then we removed 3 of them to give you 6. The top 6. From the creators of the OnlyinOKShow Top 9 comes the top 6.
What?
The top 6 from 2006.
Maybe Mason won't cry every time we put him in his new car seat.
Going is half the battle.
Going. And welcome to the OnlyinOKShow. Today we're going to talk about herbs, but Harley likes to call them herbs because he's being funny, right, Harley? Fresh herbs, am I right? These are the herbs that you can find in the backyard. Ooh, dandelion, I had no idea. Did you say you grew that out of your dog's scat? That's interesting. Scat scratch fever. So, all right.
I hope you have that level of energy throughout the show.
We can do stuff that's here. Like just Google where the show's located. Google our show; it'll tell you where we're from. That's how you know where we're talking about.
Just Google stuff to do in Oklahoma in January.
I mean, welcome to the show. We're gonna read like the Travel OK website stuff.
Welcome to the show. Here's some shit we put on the internet. I hope you like it.
We've had some stuff to do where you might have to wear masks and stuff. Welcome to the show. Give me a second. I'm trying to warm up, dude.
Dude, you've been warming up
I'm not warming
30
up.
minutes.
I'm not warmed up. 3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome to the show. I'm trying to... Dude, I got to get in the zone. Yeah, I've been talking to myself, not to a human being. This is
You're
weird.
not talking to a human being now.
I have to talk in baby talk 90% of the time. Okay? I say stuff like banky and go potty. That's what I say. Okay? Bobble. All right, ready? And 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. We've got some January events for you right here in Oklahoma. I don't like it when Harley looks at me. That's how I know I'm doing it wrong. When you look down, when you keep looking down, that's when I know I'm doing it right. When you do this, you're like, that's when I know I'm doing it wrong. And welcome to the show. We've got a list of things for you to do in the month of January. I'm Brett, right? Okay, 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Ready? You have no affect. You're trying not to smile, aren't you? Look at you. You're smiling at me like you're in love. 3, 2, 1. You know how it works when I get down here, dude.
That's why when you say you're going to be here at 11, you don't show up an hour and a half later.
I could have swore I said I told you the babysitters would be here at 11.
No, you said I'll be there at 11. See you tomorrow at 11 does not mean the babysitter shows up an hour away from here at 11.
God.
In which case I have to
3,
show
2,
her where all
1.
the bottles are.
3, 2, 1. And welcome to the no. 3, 2, 1. Don't look at me. And welcome to the show today. We're going to 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show today. We've got some January events for you right here in Oakland. You don't like that?
3, 2, 1.